Hello and welcome to this video. So today, as it is our first day reading a book together, I thought that maybe I would introduce you to the book of my religion. So, which is the Quran, basically. So I thought it would be easier to just tell you a story from it, and I found a book called Stories from the Quran, Stories of the Quran. So I thought I would just tell you one of the easy stories from there, which is called People of the Garden. So, well, this is how it starts. So there was an old man. He was kind, thoughtful, and caring. He had a beautiful garden, and he would always give poor people from his garden. And he had 3 sons. They didn't like what he did, which was sadaqah and zakat, which is basically giving things to the poor, and they didn't like to give zakat or sadaqah like he did. The father, the old man, he was worried about them because zakat was one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and that every person in the world had to do this if they were Muslim. Like, every person should do this, but Muslims usually do it. And he hoped they would change. One day, the boys meet at a place, a hidden place, and they have a meeting there. So they talk about what the father's actions. So the oldest and the youngest don't approve of what he's doing, and so the oldest brother of them says, what our father's doing is wrong, and he shouldn't be giving what's ours to other people, and we are losing our stuff, and we should be keeping this. And the youngest one said, we could be selling this stuff instead of giving it away, and our father shouldn't be just giving it away. We could become the richest people in the village if we were selling it. And but the middle one disagreed, and he said, zakat and sadaqah is what makes our garden better and bigger, with more fruits and vegetables. So all the boys argue about this, and they have a big row. And in the next morning, a man comes along, and he begs for food for his hungry and ill son from the old man. The old man then gives him some food and money, and the man, the beggar, he says prayers for the old man, like, I thank you so much, and I hope that your garden will become better, and that you're such a kind person, and stuff like that. And then when the man went, the father said to the 3 brothers, these prayers is what is making our garden better and blessing it more. And but the 2 brothers, the oldest and the youngest, disagreed of this, and the oldest brother, he argued with his father and said, why are you giving these people what is rightfully ours? You shouldn't be giving people our stuff. It's ours to keep. And then the father, he said to the oldest one, because you do not want to give sadaqah and zakat, you and your brothers will not be blessed by God. And then the middle one, he went to the father and said, I think what my brother means, father, is that you have already done zakat and sadaqah, and he thinks you shouldn't do more. And the old man said to him, that zakat is one of the most important things to do. And like if I give a person one piece of fruit, that is equal to 100 hasanat, which in Islam is basically the good things you did in your life. Like you don't get one hasana if you do one good thing. Like you can get so many for just doing one thing. So basically they get you to heaven. And the old man then added, and in Islam each hasana is equal to 10 of it. So I just got 1,000 hasanat. And the middle one agreed with his father. Then one depressing day, the old man died. There was a big mourning, as the man was always beloved, and he was a dear person to everyone in the village, as he was always giving people from his garden and helping everyone. The day after the funeral, probably, the three boys decided to meet again at the same place. So this time, the oldest and the youngest brother, the oldest brother, he made a decision. He told the other two that he wanted to take all the fruit for themselves, so as to not give it to the poor people. The youngest brother agreed with this, but the middle one didn't. So they ended up having a big quarrel. In the end, the middle brother was forced to do what the older ones, the oldest and the youngest, wanted, by being threatened. So they make a plan to set out before really early, so that before any of the poor people wake up. And now I'll tell you a few ayat, which is basically pieces of the Quran, and then tell you its meaning. فطاف عليها طائف من ربك وهم نائمون. So this means that God did a terrible thing, like he burned the garden to the ground while they were asleep. Next, فأصبحت كالصريم. This means that it became bad, and there was lots of ash, and it was ruined. Next, فتنادوا مصبحين. This means that they woke up each other excitedly, ready to pluck up the fruits. The next part, إن أن اغدوا على حرثكم إن كنتم صارمين. This means that that they just set out really early to go and get all the fruits before anyone woke up. Next, فانطلقوا وهم يتخافتون. This means that they set out whispering in low voices so as to not be heard by anyone. Next, ألا يدخلنها اليوم عليكم مسكين. This means that day they didn't want anyone of the poor people to come after them while they were taking the fruit. Next, وغدوا على حرد قادرين. Next, فلما رأوها قالوا إنا لضالون. This means when they saw it, they thought that they had gone astray because of how ruined it was. They thought that this wasn't their garden. Next, بل نحن محرومون. This means that one of them said, the middle one probably, he said, yes, we went to the right place, but it got burnt down by God because we had not done zakat, which is, as I said before, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and which we should always do as a Muslim. the next part. بل نحن wait, no. قالوا سبحان ربنا إنا كنا ظالمين. This means that they are trying to get forgiveness from God, and they are apologizing to him, and they're saying that to themselves that they were wrongdoers. Next, فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتلاومون. This means that they argued over each other, over whose fault it was. Like they were arguing, it's all your fault, how's it my fault, you did this, you did that, and they quarreled together. Next, قالوا يا ويلنا إنا كنا طاغين. This means if only we'd listened to our father's warnings and done what he'd said. I enjoyed talking with you today, and it is now the end of this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye.